Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Look, I rise in support of the amendment from the member for Warringah. I would have loved to have had an opportunity to actually speak on the bill itself, but that was I was gagged from that opportunity. No, not by the Leader of the House. So, look, my concerns, are very similar, I think, to those raised by the member for Curtin. And let me talk to each of them in piece. The first is the question of timing, and I take, sorry the minister's running away, but you can still hear me. That's good. The point I think that has been made about timing is a sincere one, and this is an important bill. There is real concern in the community and across the House and across the environmental movement. And this is, and I'll give credit to the environmental movement who on many issues is very willing to work with the government on issues of environmental protection as well as climate action. So I think that it is an issue that if the environmental movement is, as a group and almost as a united voice, deeply concerned with this bill, I take that very seriously. And so I really urge the government to consider, I think some very thoughtful contributions saying, take this part of the bill out. We all support worker protections. Take this part of the bill out and make sure it has the inquiry and the consideration that it really needs. Because, the minister says this should give greater opportunities for consultation of First Nations people. And I say, well, if that is the case, that is certainly not the message that any of the First Nations communities that have been consulted around this are saying back to the community and to other independents and other members of this House. So there is either a deep misunderstanding or perhaps the bill is not right. And so on that first point, I'm saying, stop it now, take it out and reconsider. The second piece, my second concern on the bill, is actually about the environmental protections. And again, I quote the members of the Biodiversity Council, who spoke on the bill, and these are sincere, serious members of a wide range of our universities, and they said that the bill was wrong in principle because it will override an important environmental protection under EPBC Act, and it's inconsistent with the government's broader environmental policy as set out with a Nature Positive Plan. And again, this is the concern, the legitimate concern of myself and others on the crossbench, is to say, I do not want to see the environmental protections of our country overridden by this bill. And again, the government is amending this bill, I think indicates that there is some area, certainly of at least ambiguity in the original bill, but real concern that, people sincerely hold about what this bill means and what protections this may stop the government or the Parliament being able to protect our environment. And thirdly, I'd like to raise the point that the minister made earlier in relation to new gas. Now, the minister made the point that gas is a transition fuel, and I accept absolutely that gas is a transition fuel. But the IEA that the minister earlier quoted also said that no new coal or gas we need to stop opening new coal and gas if we are going to new coal and gas is not needed for us to reach if we're going to reach a sort of an environmentally consistent maximum warming of 1.5 to 2 degrees. That new coal and gas is deeply concerning to our collective efforts to retain our climate in a way that is, we know is going to have the biggest positive impact on nature is if we manage to retain warming to the 1.5 degrees. So I think, any bill that is going to fast-track the opportunities for new coal and gas to be, or new gas in this case, to be moved forward is going to be of deep concern to the community who cares about climate action. So these are, I think, very legitimate concerns that the community has, which is about the timing of the bill. It's obviously, if the best will of the minister taking best actions of the minister have not managed to convince the environmental movement, the First Nations community, is not addressing legitimate concerns of the scientific community, and this is why I support the amendment from the member for Warringah.